Now, Corbyn mania may have swept the rank and file of the Labour Party. It's less clear it's sweeping through its upper echelons. Kezia Dugdale, the new leader of Scottish Labour, said just over a month ago she worried a Corbyn victory would leave her and the rest of the Labour Party carping from the sidelines. So has she changed her mind? I talked to Kezia Dugdale a little earlier and I began by asking her whether she thought it was wise for Jeremy Corbyn to appoint the Labour peer Lord Watson to his front bench team.
Look, I wouldn't expect Jeremy Corbyn to pass comment on the appointments I made to my shadow cabinet, so I'm not going to pass comment on his. Ultimately, though, Mike Watson has served his sentence. I believe in the principle of rehabilitation, and it's really up to Jeremy Corbyn to decide what types of characters, what types of people he wants in his cabinet. That's his decision.
So when the SNP describe it as bizarre and say that he should reconsider, you wouldn't go along with that?
I'm not hugely interested in what the SNP have to say about Jeremy Corbyn's appointments. I'm focusing on the job I have to do here in Scotland, which is to renew the Scottish Labour Party.
Yes,
and
but
that's
you're
what
going
I'm
to be asked
to
about this over and over again.
And I'm delighted to answer the question, which is to say I'm not going to run a commentary on Jeremy Corbyn's appointments, just as I wouldn't expect him to do it on mine.
Now, just over a month and a half ago, you said this about the prospect of Jeremy Corbyn leading the Labour Party. So you have to convince me that he can be Prime Minister. He is a guy that broke the whip 500 times. So how can the leader of the party enforce discipline with that record? Would you like to try to answer your own question?
Well, I was posing a question during the middle of the Labour leadership contest when asked about how I was going to vote. And I said that Jeremy Corbyn, just like the other three candidates, was a strong candidate to lead the Labour Party, but he had to convince me that he wanted to be Prime Minister. Now, the answer is a resounding 60% of members of the Labour Party think that he can. 250,000 people across the whole of the UK. Absolutely. And I tell you something, Gordon, I want to see a Labour government across the whole of the United Kingdom, because only that will deliver a fairer, more equal society. So I'm 100% behind Jeremy Corbyn and his efforts to get the Labour Party back on the front foot.
If you're now so convinced Jeremy Corbyn can win a general election, why did you say a month ago that you feared that should he become leader, you'd be left for the rest of your life carping on from the sidelines?
I was drawing a comparison between having strong principles which you put to the fore of a leadership campaign and your desire to win power and to deliver for the people that you seek to represent.
But you just weren't. You were saying if Jeremy Corbyn became leader of the Labour Party, you feared you'd be left carping from the sidelines because he couldn't win an election.
Yeah, because I want to win power, and what we have is a contest across the whole of the UK.
Has anything changed your mind about Jeremy Corbyn other than the fact he won?
Yes, the fact he's got 60% mandate from the party. He's got 250,000 people across the whole of the UK. 1 in 100 adults in the UK voted for Jeremy Corbyn. I think there's a strong sense that people want a different kind of politics.
So what weren't
they want
you
politics
getting
to change. Pardon?
What weren't you understanding a month ago?
Look, I was one person of 600,000 people across the UK that had a vote in this. I was asked for my opinion and offered it. People want, I think, an honest sense of what politicians want to put forward.
So what's changed your mind? What you've gone from thinking you'll be left for the rest of your life carping on the sidelines.
That was my fear.
Yes, to thinking this man can win a general election in the course of a month. But nothing has changed other than the fact he happened to win the election.
But that's a pretty significant factor, Gordon. He's got a substantial mandate to lead the UK Labour Party. That's a resounding result of the UK Labour Party membership, and that's why I'm full swing behind his efforts to turn around the fortunes of the UK Labour Party.
Who did you vote?
I can't believe you would expect me to say anything other than that.
Who did you vote for?
I don't think who I voted for is in any way relevant. What we have is a convincing result for Jeremy Corbyn. I am 100% behind him. But let me say this to you, Gordon.
Hang on.
I'm in charge of the Scottish Labour Party.
Are you seriously telling me you don't think it's relevant for me to ask the leader of the Scottish Labour Party whether she voted for the new leader of the UK Labour Party? You're not seriously telling me that, are you?
It's perfectly relevant for you to ask the question, but I don't think the answer is that relevant now. I'm 100% behind Jeremy Corbyn.
Well, if it's not relevant, you can tell us anyway.
No, I decided during the contest that I wasn't going to try and convince anybody's votes one way or the other. I've said to you, I think 4 or 5 times now this morning that I'm 100% behind Jeremy Corbyn. But let me say this to you.
This is supposed to be the new Scottish Labour Party that's going to be open and transparent and honest with the public.
It is the new Scottish Labour Party.
So when the public say to you, did you vote for Jeremy Corbyn? Your answer is, I don't want to talk about that.
It is the new Scottish Labour Party, and the result of that is that I'm the leader of the Scottish Labour Party with a 72% mandate to lead the party here. We will be an autonomous party. The policy positions that we take, the positions that we take, will be set by me here in Scotland with the team that I build around me. Now, it's up to me to lead the Scottish Labour Party to turn around our fortunes. Because, Gordon, I'm the leader of the Scottish Labour Party. The positions that we're going to take will be set here in Scotland by me. I think that's what people in Scotland expect.
I don't see why it's such a secret.
Well, it's not a secret. I just don't think that
It's not a secret, but
relevant
you want to keep it secret.
I just don't think it's the most important issue facing Scottish politics today, Gordon.